Well, here it is, Chris. Wound up not being the relay. It was actually a broken cable from the magnetic switch on the print head down into the electrical cabinet. So, what I'll do is I'll actually stop it out, show you a couple of functions. Print head lift, print head lift. Print head is up. Again, I tried to show you last night, but I don't know if you saw it. But with this machine, with the automatic oiler, there's actually copper lines that are run to each one of the lift columns, so that it automatically, you know, when you pump the handle on the lubricator, it lubes everything in the machine. So, print head lift, so print head lower. This is designed the same way. If you let it go, it stops. So again, print head will come down. If I let it go, it stops. You press and hold it till it comes all the way down. It stops. Manual movement for the squeegee and flood. Those are controlled by the two buttons here, same as your SSMs. Vacuum, I had it off so you could hear me while I'm talking. There's your vacuum. Flood 1, flood 2. Squeegee speed, flood speed. Counter on off, print head lift, grippers on off, automatic cycle, table start return, squeegee on off. So what I'll do is I'll start a cycle. So we'll turn, grippers are on right now, turn the automatic on, turn the squeegee and flood coater on, press the arrow single direction to start the cycle. So you see the grippers are working. There's some stuff I can change. That metal ramp, we now have a Dell ramp. I'll change that out. If you wanted to do all the bearings on the print head, we can do that. And again, like I sent that email last night, the only thing that I really found that I think 100% needs to be changed is there's some play in the squeegee drive shaft across the back of the machine. Right now the guards are off. This belt here, that's what I was saying, I have spare belt. We'll put a new one on there, and you'll also have spare to put on as, you know, for a takeoff. You can hear it. It's, you know, it sounds good. The only what we're hearing right now is the electrical cabinet. And there's, see that wire going down? That's what I had to run. That's the limit for that back flood coater stop. So we thought it was that latching relay, but it wound up being just a cable. So I'll reroute, put new cable in, reroute that one cable. Electrical panel's really clean, unmolested. This has a squeegee pressure equalizer system. It's off right now. Also has pneumatic frames, clamps, and also screen clamps. And they're controlled on each side by those small toggle switches. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I wanted to demonstrate the squeegee clamp, the frame clamps and the screen clamp. So I'll turn it off. Now you can see here's the two toggle switches. The inner one controls the frame clamp, pushes down, locks the frame here to the frame. They're for the stretch and glue frame. This one here controls the rear clamp for the screen clamp. So now if I lock it in place, it locks the frames that hold the that hold the screen in place at the rear of the machine, which is these cylinders back here. You have knobs on the older ones. This is a retrofit that they did here, and they work really well. They're locked in place. Once that switch goes on, locks the frame in place, and that's controlled by a regulator down here in the front. You can see I just have it hooked up temporarily, Chris. The hose is going in, but that'll all be cleaned up, new regulator and everything put on there. Again, and those clamps are on both sides, so you have pneumatic frame clamping. Squeegee pressure equalizer system there, and that's controlled here by this one, by this control here. Pull knob, turn it on and off. That's off, that's on. Regulator here to control the pressure. So just the overall view of the machine. I still have the panels off because I wanted to make sure everything was lubricated and rotation was correct and everything when I started it up. There's that lubricator. And here's all the panels. There's the panels for the print head. That's a drip pan, the one's next to the aluminum there that they had made that goes underneath the camshaft, because with that oiler it will make a mess on the floor, so they actually made that panel. The back panel, the two small kick panels, electrical panel cover, and the opposite side. They need to be cleaned up. That's just the way I got them, the way you see them. A little bit of dirt and ink and stuff on them, but they'll probably clean up.